At a quick glance, these two cameras look very similar, but there have been some major design changes as well as some hardware and feature upgrades. In this video, I'll break down what's new, what's better and what's not, and I'll also include comparisons with image quality, audio, battery life and lots more, as well as talk about some very cool updates with the app that can be used with both the X4 and X5. There are 7 major updates to the physical design of this new camera. The biggest is that the lenses are now replaceable and you can buy a lens replacement kit and they are super easy to replace. And the lenses themselves are twice as robust. I tried to smash these lenses with a hammer and I hit them dozens of times and they just would not break at first. I did not expect them to be this tough. These lenses with this replacement system are a game changer for 360 action cameras. Some of you will still be happier using lens guards with your camera, and you still can do that, but you can't use the lens guards from the X4 on the X5, and they don't come with the standard camera package. The body design now has much better heat dissipation. And I filmed all day at a theme park, 90% in 8K on a sunny day, and experienced no overheating issues at all. And shooting all day, I used 80% of one battery and then 35% of a second battery. And the batteries with the X5 are physically bigger, so the batteries and the multi-charger aren't compatible. And this is a shame because the cameras are virtually identical in size and weight. However, the battery on the X4 wasn't powerful enough to meet the demands of shooting in 8K. And the X5 battery certainly is capable, and it's only 110 mAh bigger than the X4 battery. The USB-C door is now positioned at the bottom on the same side as the power and the quick button. Another major physical design change is the base of the camera, and this has a 1/4 inch thread the same as the X4, but it's now also compatible with the Ace Pro 2 quick release mounting system. I love the fact that Insta360 have done this, and moving forward I'd like to see this mount compatible with all future cameras. Audio's never been a strong point with Insta360 cameras, but on the X5 there's a built-in windshield. This is an audio test with the Insta360 X5, and the new microphone windshield is facing me and it's about 1 foot away from my mouth. This is a comparison with the Insta360 X4. I'm using active wind reduction on the camera, and I'm using the same camera mic that I did on the Insta360 X5. So that's the audio, but the most important thing for most people is the image quality. So what's new? Well, the resolution spec has remained the same with both cameras, having shooting options in standard video of 8K, 5.7K plus and 5.7K. The hardware sensor size is different though. With a larger sensor, it's actually 144% bigger than the X4, but not the 1-inch sensor that we were all maybe wanting. And it has 140% more computing power with 3 AI chips. But what does that mean in reality? In bright sunlight, it's hard to tell the difference between the two cameras. In certain light, the X5 has better contrast and richer colours, but you only notice it in a side-by-side comparison. With this flower shot, both cameras give us a lot of detail in the wood grain and the flower stems, but the flower heads themselves look overly sharp and a bit digital. The summer house shots look identical, but when zoomed in 300%, as expected, the image starts to look a bit mushy. But interestingly here, the X5 has much less noise. In low light, it's a completely different story, and the X5 with its new pure video mode allows you to capture more detail. In the right scenarios, this works really well with impressive results, and in other more challenging situations, it will still create a mushy, grainy looking image and oversaturated colours. And sometimes the X4 actually looks more realistic and cleaner than the X5. Overall though, this new mode is heading in the right direction, and it will mean that you can shoot in more lower light situations than you were able to before. The active HDR feature on the X5 has also been improved, and you now have the ability to shoot 5.7K at 60 frames per second compared to the 30 frames per second of the X4. Jumping into the new features of the X5, there's one new feature that stands out above anything else, and that's the InstaFrame shooting mode. This addresses one of the biggest problems with 360 cameras for beginners, and that's the editing and reframing. InstaFrame allows you to select your viewing angle, so you can choose the front, the rear, the top or the bottom, and it will then record that view and automatically edit it into an immediately exportable standard flat video. with no editing or reframing required. But I know what some of you may be thinking, well, this is meant to be a 360 camera. And yes, it is, and that is the beauty of this mode, is that it will record that single angle flat video, but at the same time it will give you a full 360-degree file as well. So later you can reframe and add keyframes using the whole 360 video. And the even cooler thing with this feature is that you can control it using the Insta360 mini remote. You can't use this InstaFrame mode with the X4, but what you can take advantage of is the new feature in the app, which uses a quick default video view to reframe your videos automatically. And we'll look at that in a second. There is another really useful shooting feature with the X5 called Twist to Shoot. Select it and you will be able to twist your camera on the selfie stick twice back and forth, and then the camera will start to record. Twist it twice again to stop recording. The user interface with these cameras in general terms is pretty much the same. And remember to download my free 60-page quick start guide for the X5, which walks you through every aspect of the menu. With the launch of this camera, the app has also seen a big update, and it addresses some major problems for beginners with reframing and keyframes. The whole interface has a clearer layout, and at the bottom now there are some default views that you can choose without the need to add keyframes. So for this shot I can select selfie view, which locks the viewing angle on the main subject. I can choose forward view, which gives you an angle straight ahead, and then AI view, which automatically identifies the best viewing angle throughout the video clip. And to make tweaks to the angle that it gives you, you just swipe up or down or left and right with your finger and adjust it. And for any of these default views, you can then just press export and directly export them with no further editing needed. These default editing options really are a game changer, especially for beginners, and it will make editing much faster and much simpler. So the big question, should you buy the Insta360 X5? Well, if you don't have a 360 camera yet, well, hands down, this is the best 360 action camera on the market. If you're upgrading from an X3 or older, then yes, this is a huge update and a huge leap in image quality and packs a ton of features compared to those older cameras. But just be aware, it's also a big jump in size and weight compared to the X3, so that's something to think about. But what if you already have the X4? Well, this is where it gets a bit tricky, and I do get it. There will be some X4 owners out there that will be very frustrated that an X5 model has come out so soon. The truth is, the X4 is still a fantastic camera, and there's no real need to upgrade. That said, if you love tech like I do, then there are a lot of tempting reasons to buy this new camera, but it's not essential. Let me know in the comments what you think of the X5. Has it made your wish list? I've left a link in the description if you want to check it out. Remember to hit subscribe because I've got plenty of X5 videos coming up. And if you want more right now, then check out this video next, and I'll see you over there.